Alright, now we gotta go find more journals for Crazy Lady. Little tape journal things. So I'm just gonna show you where those are. Now during this video I take a couple wrong turns. It's been a while now since I did a playthrough of this game, so I generally remember where everything is, but sometimes it just takes a little refresher. Like, I know the general area everything's in, but like right here, I know this journal's up here. I just forget that it's where it is. I totally just passed it. I was thinking it was over here, but it's not. There's a weapons chest right there. First you gotta take out this gun. There's a weapons chest right there. And nothing I want in there. And now I'm like, where the hell is that journal at? I'm thinking it's down here, like on the side of these little buildings. Because later on in the game, I think I come back here for a mission, and there's something down here. I totally forget. I don't even know. I was like, oh man, where's it at? Yeah, buddy? Okay, I'll change it in a second, buddy. He's all pissed off because he doesn't like the show that's on TV. He's picky with his cartoons. He only likes certain ones. Alright, well, but there's the first recorder. And, yeah, you can't hear her voice right now because I can't adjust the audio levels per, like, time in the game because I'm using Windows Movie Maker, so whatever. You can't hear what she's saying, but this bitch is totally fucking crazy. So when you play the game, just listen to all the tapes. Some of them are hilarious, and they give you some backstory on the game too, so you know what's going on. You can figure out what's happening in the world, what's going on with the vault, what the vault actually is. And if you never played this game, I'm not going to spoil the ending for you, so don't worry about it. But there's a surprise at the end, and you will. Some people were happy with it, some people were mad about it. That's all I'm going to say. It was a good ending, though. I thought. Well, this game's been out for a while, so if you haven't played it, I'm guessing you're probably not going to. But it's definitely worth picking up. This is one of my favorite games of all time. But and it's another area. I thought there was a journal in here. I actually have to come back here later for another mission. I thought there was a journal, but there's not one in here. So I'm just going through and pointlessly killing all these people. And like I said before, I'm gonna try to bust these out faster. I think I'm gonna put out like 5 videos today. I already put out 2. This will be the 3rd one. If you're watching them on the day I put them out, obviously, but I'm probably gonna be like 5 or 6 videos today. I'm gonna try to at least get like 2 done a day now. A way we can get it out quicker because I want to move on to the next game. I still don't know what game I'm gonna be doing next. It's not gonna be Red Dead Redemption. That game didn't blow me away. It was a good game, but it wasn't like knocking my socks off, you know. So I really don't feel like. Hold on. Hey, buddy. Are those ducks?
Yeah.
Are Lego ducks?
Yeah.
They look like penguins to me, bub.
Penguins.
Say penguins?
Penguins.
Penguins, yeah.
How about playing fish and the Lego?
Yeah, you like playing with the Legos?
Yeah. Let's play fish.
I'll come over and play in a minute, okay?
Okay.
Alright. Oh, alright. Well, what was I saying? Oh yeah, about the next game. It's not going to be Red Dead Redemption. I already told you about that. Not the best game in the world. I liked it. I'm not going to go back through and play it again. It wasn't that type of game for me. This game, on the other hand, I played this damn thing so many times, and this is probably going to be my last playthrough. The one I'm making videos of. This is probably the last time I'll play this game, at least for a few years. I might come back to it. I mean, it's got that replay value in my opinion. And actually, this is one of the only single player games that I can replay again and again and again and still have a fun time with it. Especially for a first person shooter, it's just I don't know. I talk about this a lot, but I just love how they put the role playing game and the first person shooter together, because first person shooters are my favorite type of game, and I love role playing games. I love the leveling up, all the unlocks, and it's crazy I love how many weapons are in this game. It's just, this game was like all around probably my favorite game ever so far. And that's a lot to say, because there's a lot of phenomenal games out there, but this one is probably my favorite. And I cannot wait for Borderlands 2. I hope they bust that out. Well, I mean, I don't hope they rush it, but I just can't wait for it. I don't want them to rush it, though. I want them to make it better. I think if they just did the same thing as this game, it would be totally fine. I hope they don't change too much stuff and ruin the game, because I don't know, it'd just be kind of shitty. But if they stick with the same concept they had going on with this, I think from what I saw of, well, not from what I saw, I played the whole thing, but the Armory of General Knox, that DLC, I think that's where they're going with the second one. I think, I don't know, if you played that, you'll know what I'm talking about. When we get there, I'll talk about it more. But the character animations, there's a lot more. They actually move their lips and shit when they talk. The story's a little bit more in depth, and I think that's sorry, I can't talk. I think that's where they're going with the second game, and I really hope they do, because it kept the same open world concepts, same everything, but just improved a lot of stuff, and I think that's going to be really good. And I could really care less about the story. There is more story in the DLC, in the Armory of General Knox DLC, and I think there's going to be more story in the next game. But I don't really care about the story that much. I just like the gameplay. I like the leveling up, the RPG stuff going on with it, the guns, everything I love, and I could really care less about the story. I know the whole story about this game, but if you don't care about the story and just go through it without listening to any of the journals and stuff, you might not pick up any of the story. But yeah, I know the whole story, but it's not that big of a part of this game, so I could really care less. And I hope they just don't overcomplicate the next one. That's what I'm worried about, the story. They could overcomplicate the whole game just by making the story more in depth. And it's a video game. It's not a movie. It's not it's not a fucking Lifetime documentary. I don't really like it when video games try to be movies, and the same thing the other way when movies try to be video games. If you know what I'm saying, you might not get it, but I don't know. I just don't like too much story in video games. Can end up being a bad thing. You could end up going all the way with it and going all freaking what was that game that just came out? Not Alan Wake. The other one, the retarded one on the PlayStation. God damn, I can't think of the name now. The whole thing was Heavy Rain. Oh my god, that game was horrible. I didn't even play it. I've watched a lot of it. I played the demo and I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even want to touch it after that. But I did go and I watched some YouTube's videos on it, and it's like a big ass QuickTime event. It's like a video game trying to be a movie, and it didn't pull it off at all. The animation sucked. There was so many glitches in it. It was not fun to play. It didn't feel natural. The controls on it were shit. So yeah, that's what happens when you try to make a video game into a movie. It ends up being a piece of shit. I'd like to see video games try to be video games, and I mean, who cares about movies? I know what they're trying to do, though. They're trying to reach a broader audience with it, but I think that's bullshit. Your audience is gamers, so your audience isn't the general public, so stay the fuck out of it. But anyway, enough with the ramblings I'm doing. I'm just turning in these last two missions, level up, get a trophy right here, and we'll be on to our next mission. Alright, see you guys later. Peace.